Hey parents, my name is Jeff Carlson and I'm the boys varsity basketball coach at Zeeland East High School, and wanted to quick reach out about a few things as you embark on your 7th or 8th grade son's basketball season. First and foremost, congratulations to your son for making either the 8th grade A or B or 7th grade A or B team. I think they're in for a great experience, and that is our goal for them. Have an overall great experience, not just necessarily on the basketball court. First and foremost, though, I think we need to recognize the four coaches. Aaron Gruppen coaching the 8th grade B team, Matt Saller coaching the 7th grade B team, Tim Manier coaching the 8th grade A team, and Doug Rosskamp coaching the 7th grade A team. We are so blessed to have four quality men coaching our boys at the middle school level. And all of them have years and years and years of coaching experience in all sorts of different sports and different levels. And they all work in the district, they all work in the schools. And that's just a tremendous positive for our basketball program for our boys to learn from these guys, not only learn basketball, but just learn how to be good young men, as they're going to hold them accountable to not only doing things the right way on the basketball court, but also in the classroom and in the community as well. So I'm thrilled that those guys are coaching for us, and you should be as well, that your son gets the opportunity to be around one of those four guys, if not more of them, basically on a daily basis. This is the first year we've had the A and the B teams, and we're really excited about that as well. It gives more kids an opportunity to, first of all, be on a team, which is great in any sport. I think I'm obviously a big believer in kids doing extracurriculars, and athletics is one of those things for kids to get involved in. So it gives more kids an opportunity. It also gives more kids an opportunity for practice repetition. Our teams are generally about the same size as they always are, but more kids now get more reps in practice to become better basketball players. And it also obviously provides more playing time than for more kids in games. And so whether they're on the A team or the B team, they're all going to benefit from this because, again, they're getting more reps in practice. They're also getting more reps in gameplay as well. So we're really excited about that A and B team availability this year, and I'm just glad that we could do that to kind of keep up with some of the other area districts that are providing for the same thing for their student athletes. Want to quick touch on our program expectations, because what we expect of our guys at the varsity level at the high school, hey, we also expect of our middle school kids as well. We're one big program. The goal is obviously probably for a lot of the kids to someday be varsity basketball players, and hopefully play for me at the varsity level. And we feel strongly about some of the things that we're just going to hold our kids accountable to, and the expectations of our kids as well. First and foremost, we are student athletes. So if our kids aren't cutting in the classroom, they can't be cutting it on the basketball court as well. So if you can help out with that as much as you can, pushing your son in the classroom, we fully recognize that not every kid's a 4.0 straight A student. What we're looking for is, are they respectful in the classroom to their teachers? Are they respectful in the classroom to their peers? And are they trying their hardest? If they're trying their hardest and that means that they get straight C's, beautiful. But we need maximum effort in the classroom first, because we believe if they can't show maximum effort in the classroom, we don't think they can give us maximum effort on the basketball court as well. So we're going to hold them accountable to the classroom first and foremost. Disciplinary stuff in the hallways, at away games, common sense, do the right thing type of attitude. And again, the four middle school coaches, they know what they're doing with this. They're going to hold your kids accountable to that. Because we want that to carry over within our program. When people think about Zeeland East basketball or Cityside basketball, boys basketball, like, we want them to have this mindset of they do things the right way. People want to schedule us and play us because they want to have us in their gym, because they know they're not only going to get a quality opponent, but they're going to be playing against quality young men and against quality coaches and against quality parents. So we want to have that reputation. And I think we've built a pretty good foundation of that, and we hope to see that continue. And that starts at the middle school level. That starts at my kids' camps when their kindergartners come in, that we start to hold those kids accountable to those expectations. So just so you know, the expectations of the players. Hey, we also have expectations of our parents. just like I talked to our varsity parents about at our parent meeting. Um, we want this to be an enjoyment for you to be able to go watch your son have fun competing in a sport. And it's hard. My kids are getting older, and I'm trying to figure that out too. To be able to just go and sit in the stands and sit back and relax and just watch them compete. But the expectations for us, for our parents, are that you go to the games and you cheer on the whole team, not only your son. Obviously, a basketball, let's be serious, is not an equal opportunity sport. The better players are probably going to play more. The better shooters are going to get more shots. And that can be a challenge sometimes if that's not your son. But I think we need to encourage our kids to be great teammates, and they do what we do. So if we're cheering for everybody, if we're cheering for the whole team, if we're supporting the coach, if we're not yelling at the referees, they're not going to do the same thing, or they're going to do the same positive things that we're doing. So please, like, do your hardest just to take this at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock whenever your son's playing as, oh man, this is a break from my job. This is a break from my life where I can just go sit back and encourage and support my son competing on a team. And I think that's truly really, really important. Those kids are still at the level that we need them having fun and enjoying the game of basketball and enjoying going to practice every day and just being on a team. Because parents, we have the ability to kill that by putting too much pressure on them, or by going and shouting at them the whole game, or after the game, taking them in the car or taking them home and getting on them about what they didn't do well, as opposed to just putting your arm around them saying, hey, Joey, loved watching you compete, loved watching your teammates compete, I love you. That's all you got to say. And I know that's hard sometimes, and I'm finding that, again, as my boys are getting older, that's hard for me to do too. But boy, do I find that they have such a better experience, and they just have fun playing and going out and competing when I can just do that, as opposed to try to give them suggestions. Because my fifth grader already shuts down as soon as dad starts maybe pinpointing some things that he could do better. So I try my hardest just to zip it after a game, and I encourage you to do the same thing. That, hey, son, you played great. It was fun watching you play, and I love you. And I think if we can do that, our kids are going to have a great experience in our basketball program. And second, hey, again, I go back to the reputation of Zeeland East and Cityside Middle School. Referees talk. Other coaches talk. Players talk. We need to have a good reputation. We don't need to be yelling at refs. We don't need to be shouting at other coaches or whatnot. First and foremost, with refs, if we don't have refs, we can't play. And there's already a shortage of refs. And reffing's hard. Reffing's a very hard thing to do. Refs are human, and they're going to make mistakes. So the fact that they're even out there, probably leaving their job early, not making very much money doing it, to allow our kids to compete is quite a sacrifice on their end. And we need to retain as many refs as we can. And by parents in the crowd shouting at refs doesn't do us any good. My dad refs high school basketball, and he will not go to certain gyms. He will not do certain games because of a coach or because of the fans at that school. They have such a bad reputation that refs are starting to just not do certain games at certain schools, and those schools are struggling to find referees. So please, when you're watching games, don't focus on the refs. Focus on cheering on our team and making it a great experience for our guys. Well, again, thanks for supporting your child. Thanks for supporting our basketball program. Thanks for supporting the coaches in our system. And I just hope you have a great experience with your son playing on one of the Cityside Middle School teams. And if it's one of the things that they want to do, not necessarily what you want them to do, but what they want to do, if they want to continue playing basketball in the Zeeland East system, man, I hope they want to, and I hope they want to put the time into doing that, because we love what we do as coaches and get really excited for the basketball season every year. So if you ever have any questions, please feel free to reach out and let me know what's on your mind. But otherwise, enjoy the season, have a great time, and go Chicks.